Hi, I'm Mike Driscoll, the president of Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and it's my pleasure to talk to you today about a great partnership that illustrates a lot of what's right with IUP. We're very pleased to have our students working with Renda Broadcasting to provide you with video broadcast of Heritage Conference football games. Our students are working side by side with professionals in the industry, are making real-world discoveries, learning how to do the business of an actual broadcast, and we know that when they walk out the door, they'll be ready to go to work and be productive immediately. It's a great service, and it's a great way to feature our community athletic teams. Thanks very much.
This is Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager of Renda Broadcasting. I hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of our Heritage Conference Game of the Week. We at Renda Broadcasting are very proud of our partnership with the IUP Communications Media Department and the Heritage Conference. High school football is a part of the fabric of Western Pennsylvania, and every week our 4 radio stations here in Indiana County feature a game. Homer Center Wildcats play on AM 1160 WCCS, the Indiana High Little Indians on AM 1450 WD. The Blairsville Bobcats on Cat Country 106.3 FM, and U92.5 features a different game every week involving Heritage Conference teams. U92 is also the home of the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're receiving tremendous feedback on our telecasts and are enjoying working with the talented IUP Communications Media students who are making this production the success that it's turned out to be. So we hope you enjoy our coverage, and I thank you for supporting the student athletes who work so hard both in and out of the classroom. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's game is an interconference matchup between the Red Bank Valley Bulldogs and the Blairsville Bobcats, only on IUP TV.
All right, we are ready. The football is teed up on the 40-yard line. Wyatt Hetrick to kick it off for the Bulldogs of Red Bank Valley. And this kick is a line drive. The Cats will field at the 15, cross the 20, cut left to the 25. There goes Livingston, 35, 40, 45, 50. He has a clean shot down the sideline, and he's going to take it to the house. Opening one back of a touchdown, and the Bobcats lead 6-0. Just what we said, if you want to keep your offense on the field, he takes the opening kickoff the whole way.
Well, we'll take that 6 points anytime. I think what you saw there is a real nice cross-block action by the 4 guys up front with good kick-out blocks by both edge players, and is actually a wedge led by Rodez Henderson, who really cleared the gap well. And of course, Cam's got some speed. Cam's an athlete. You put all those things together, you call it a touchdown.
85 yards on the touchdown return for Cam Livingston, and the Bobcats lead it 6-0. Andrew Stipchak on for the extra point. He's been so consistent all year long. A little bit of a high snap, but it's pulled down by Thompson. It's up, and it is good. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School. It's no good. Off to the left, I guess, huh? All right, a rare miss for Andrew Stipchak. It was high enough, but just missed off to the side. So it's an IRMC High School football sports night with our score, Blairsville 6 and Red Bank Valley nothing. Back in 60 seconds here on Cat Country 106.3.
I did everything right. I went to college, graduated with honors, but I'm just not getting to where I want to be. I need to get to the next level. What am I missing? Where are these people going? What do they have that I don't? How do I get that edge, that hands-on experience that will put me ahead of the competition? Graduate school at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Ever since I can remember, I have loved theater and I have loved acting. I also have a passion for working with kids with special needs. Indiana University of Pennsylvania helped make both of my dreams come true. I'm Trisha Ray Stahl. I'm a 1998 graduate of IUP and I'm a working actress. I have a recurring role on Fox Television's Glee, and I also work with kids with special needs. IUP, find your success.
6-0. Cam Livingston, the opening kickoff return. 85 yards. The extra point kick a little bit wide.
A bit wide to the right than anything in that like foot plant.
This one's going to be drilled. A line drive taken at about the 13, across the 15 to the 20, 25, and up to about the 30-yard line. And so we're going to see this high-powered offense of the Red Bank Bulldogs. 614 yards passing last week for their quarterback, Jake Doherty.
A lot of times they don't give you a lot of time to reset your defense, but I do feel that a lot of players are called after the formation is set from the sideline. Now pistol formation, ace.
How long is that baby going to last? You want to switch that out?
He'll get the first snap of the game. He's going to wait now and continue his count. And he's changing at the line.
102 minutes.
Clock's down to 6 seconds to get it snapped. He gets this ball. He's going to hand it off right up the middle in a hole up to about the 34, 45-yard line. It's Mahoney, their top rusher, besides the quarterback Doherty. Doherty with 411 yards rushing this year. It's a game of 5 to the 35-yard line.
Blairsville using a 3-man front, 5-man underneath. It's like 2 cover zone over the top.
There's another handoff right up the middle again, and another 5 or 6 yards. Our scoring summary brought to you by Wood Chevrolet and Plumville. We're after 50-plus years. Come see why a good deal is still a good deal for the Bobcats. Cam Livingston, the opening kickoff, returned 85 yards for the touchdown and the 6-0 lead. 2 runs and a first down up to the 41 for Red Bank. Again, the pistol formation for Doherty. He's a senior, 6'2". And again, he's going to run it right up the middle. And again, they're going to get about 6 yards on the carry. Coach, nothing fancy there.
No, not at all. You know, and he's giving, taking exactly what Blairsville is giving right now. They need a little more help from their linebackers. Linebackers are standing around, look like they're killing the grass. They got to step up and make some plays. You know, they see 3 on the front. That was a nice executed trap to the left side that time.
2nd and 5.
4-man front, a little bit of adjustment
Mahoney
now.
carried the last ball. Bobcat defense jumps a bit, and now Doherty's just going to take a moment. Get back in the pistol formation. Take the snap, wants to throw, right side, it's high, it's down the sideline. There's a battle over there, and he overthrows his receiver. He's incomplete. Some good defensive coverage that time by the Bobcat secondary.
Yeah, it's got
It is.
That was Dion Robinson. You know, isolation man coverage on number 17. Corbin Hornberger, real nice receiver. Of course, Dion hasn't played much defense this year. As a matter of fact, that's his first play.
Yep, Hornberger, 349 yards on the year and 5 touchdowns catching the football. 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs from their own 46-yard line. This is their opening drive after the Bobcats ran back the opening kickoff. Motion man in front of Doherty. He gets it. They'll pitch it to the left. It's up to the 45. Gets a block and is short of the 50-yard line and run into the Bobcat bench. Again, the carry by Curtis Mahoney, a sophomore, 5'5", 145-pounder, 287 yards on the year. He has scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Jake Smith did a nice job stringing it out. You had sophomore Ricky Shirley coming up, closed the deal there. It's 4th and 2. What you don't want to do is jump offside right now, Cats. You know, it's a situation, and again, it's a good situation for a fake, too. I know it's early in the game, but you got some athletes out there.
Big call here, 4th down and 2 for Red Bank at their 49 in punt formation.
Averaging about 30 yards per punt.
Wyatt Hedrick gets a good snap, gets the kick away. It's a pretty high kick. Livingston will watch it bounce, and it will go down to about the 15-yard line, and Blairsville will have it for their first offensive series, 1st and 10.
Well, you know what I think about watching it bounce. Again, fortunate there, the field's a little bit soft right now. I don't like to see that ball bounce around. You know, normally that gives you a 15 to 20-yard loss. We're fortunate this time to only suffer about a 4-yard after bounce loss.
The Bobcats will get it 1st and 10. Their 15-yard line, leading by the score of 6-0. Antropotis at center. Scott Thompson, the Bobcat quarterback. Get under center on this first play. Some jumping around by the Bulldogs defense. Thompson with the handoff. Dion cuts it to the left, gets across the 15, grabbed by the ankle, falls forward and crosses the 20-yard line.
And the middle linebacker, Briley Shoemaker, real good position, coming across, scraped across nice. Now, somebody has to get a chip on him, and I know going to the second level off that zone block, you have to get a spy on him, get a chip on him. He's probably their leading tackler, and I'm only judging that from watching 4 or 5 films on him. So, again, he likes to get in the action. Nice size, 6'3", about 230 pounds.
At the 21, it will be second down. They'll need about 4.5 for the first down. Blairs over the lead, 6-0. 9:15 in this first period. Thompson under center now. Low roll to the left. There's a rusher. They're going to sack him back at the 5-yard line.
Huge loss.
Boy, he broke through. Nobody picked him up. And that's a big sack. They'll put it at about the 7. On a scrimmage back to the Bobcats' 7-yard line.
Loss of 15. It'll be 3rd and 18. At the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Jared Kessler, number 4, came off that edge untouched.
3rd and
Huge
18.
loss. That went from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 18 in a hurry.
All right, here comes the straight hand off to Dion. Has a hole at the 15, down the sideline as he crosses the 20-yard line, back to where it was a moment ago, to about the 21.
I'll tell you what, he just ran out of a little bit of field there. Number 27, Austin Schreckengoss, came up and pushed him out of bounds. If he has any room to plant that foot and get back, it's all over.
So it's at the 21. It's 4th down and 3 now for the Cats. And Scott Thompson averaging right around 40 yards per punt this season.
There's 2 guys deep. This is a team that seems to like to run the reverse. I'd be conscientious about that right now.
We don't see that.
Wall setup.
Low snap, but Scotty gets it away. Slips and falls. He's on his back. The ball is picked up at about the 45. Penalty marker on the play. Inside Bobcat territory to about the 46-yard line. A Shoemaker returns that punt, but there is a marker on the play.
Nah, that's just a bean. That's a bean bag marking where the ball was fielded. There's no penalty.
All right. 8:06 left in this first period. 6-0 Blairsville, and Red Bank will have the football. 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 46-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, Scott, his plant foot slid out from underneath him. He's going to have to take smaller strides in order to set himself to punt.
From the shotgun is Jake Doherty.
He's in motion.
Oh, he's in motion, and he's over the line of scrimmage before the ball's even snapped. Wow.
That was Canadian football right there.
There you go.
These guys are from the north, so.
Wow. So
not that far north.
Not that far. How about New Bethlehem?
New Bethlehem, PA. I've been there many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a suburb of Kittanning.
It's close. Closer to Clarion.
So this is going to bring up a 1st and 15, as this penalty will move it back to the 49-yard line. And again, the shotgun for Doherty. Motion man in front of him. He has the snap. He's going to fake and keep it. At the Bobcat 45, spun around, falls forward, might make it to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's a form of the option. It's a belly option. He runs the single setback into the line. And that time there was no edge there at all. It was an easy read. Pull the ball, turn it upfield, you pick up 6 yards.
Just short of the first down, 2nd and 4 from the 40. Doherty is also the Bulldogs' leading rusher, 417 yards on the season.
Add on the 5 for the penalty. That's an 11-yard pickup.
So here comes the motion man again in front of Doherty. He gets the football, pitches back. It's at the 45 and just short, and there's a big hit by, I think, a pair of Bobcats to stop him. Rondez Henderson is one.
Might look like a pair, but that was all 6'4", 220 pounds of Rondez Henderson. The option was to the right that time. It's a front-out option. The pitch man was taken away. The quarterback did pitch it. And maybe self-preservation pitch there, because I think he was taken away also.
3rd and 6 from the 41. I don't think they've called timeout.
No,
they're just setting it a play for the bench.
They utilized the whole 25 seconds,
Doherty,
which is down to 5.
Looks at the bench, and now he comes over in the shotgun formation. And he gets it off. He hands it off up the middle. Short of the first down, it looks like, as Curtis Mahoney took it straight into the heart of the Bobcat defense. Had a head of steam, but then the defense came up to make the stop and force a fourth down.
This is a situation here where you could go for it. You're certainly in 4-down territory. Play the percentages, put the ball back. The punt is set right now, but again, caution the guys up front. You got to stay onside. The edge has to put some pressure on. You can't give him time to hold the ball.
4th and 2. Here's the snap. It's a high kick, and it will head to the left side, bounce and roll into the end zone for a touchback. The Bobcats get it 1st and 10 with 6 minutes to play in the first period.
Wow, it looked like there was a delay over making that call there. I just about went through the window.
We're going to have a timeout. It's at Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night, 6-0 Bobcats. Back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3 MSA, the Sports Network.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Wow. College already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Clock and Abditora, we are back at our S&T Bank broadcast booth here at Memorial Stadium in Blairsville. Cats lead at 6-0, 6 minutes to play first period. Bobcats with a 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Thompson under center, turns, hands it off Dion. Robinson hit at the line, and he will be dropped, maybe a loss of a play. This will bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he lost a couple of yards there. We didn't get much of a block off the edge that time. There was a wing back there also. Should have been a double team there, and looked like it just got blown up. I'm sorry I didn't get a number, but the defensive edge for Red Bank Valley did a real nice job.
Dion hit for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 from the 18 with 5:30 to play in the first period. Red Bank has thrown one pass. That's an incompletion. He had 600+ yards last week and still lost. 2nd down. Thompson, handoff draw. There's a hole, but then it closes real fast as Dion gets up close to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19.
Yeah, he essentially got back the loss in the first. It's still 3rd down.
Yep, back to the 20-yard line, so it will be a 3rd down and 10.
You know, Dion does draw a crowd. You know, it'd be a great time to see a little bit of his action going to the left and boot back to the right. There's a lot of room here to throw, also run the football.
4:59 left in this first period, 6-0 Blairsville. Cats with a 3rd and 10 from their 20. Pistol formation for Thompson, has the snap, wants to throw, now being rushed, steps up, he's going to keep the football, he's going to be hit from behind as he crosses the 20-yard line, and the Cats will look at a punting situation.
Yeah, once again, good pressure. Riley Shoemaker on the spot there. You know, it looked like Scott had time to run, but he closed the deal down right there.
So far, pretty good defense for Red Bank Valley. The only flaw was that opening kickoff that Cam Livingston returned 85 yards for the score. 4th and 7. Thompson in punt formation back at the 9-yard line.
It's definitely not a block set up. There's certainly a return here. They have 5 deep.
This kick is high but short, and they run the reverse. They'll fake the reverse, cross the 50 to the Cat 45 to the 40, and he's tripped up and then tackled at about the 30-yard line as Shoemaker almost broke that one for a tying score.
Yeah, he's quick. He put a shake on Scott Thompson over there, spun his feet right out from under him. Again, you know, playing the odds there, punting the ball. Basically, they got the ball back where they punted from.
Yep. They'll get it at the 30-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. This is the second, I believe, Bulldogs team we played. First week at Westinghouse.
Right.
Last week here against Red Bank Valley.
Only this one's playing on a short field.
Yep.
Back to back. Blairsville's played on the long field.
1st and 10 here for Red Bank from the 30. Doherty will hand it off. They'll run it off left tackle, slice it to the 25, inside the 20, they fumble, and it looks like Livingston's recovered the football. The Bobcats have it with 3. And
Livingston recovered the fumble.
Wow.
I think the hit was put on by Dakota Sunday.
What a year Camp Livingston has had.
What a year Dakota Sunday's had. I mean, a freshman comes up, gets a good shoulder, good wrap, separates the ball. It's that kind of night, though. That could happen on either side. And again, Blairsville still playing on the long field.
So the Cats get it at their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3:39 to play in this first period. Under center is Scott Thompson. Turns, hands it to Dion, and he's hit high and he's dropped. Penalty marker on the play.
Might have been a little bit offside there. Trying to time up that stunt unless the Bobcat jumped.
No, Bowser on the tackle.
Wait for the call. He was tackled high and dropped on the play after no gain. And they still haven't signaled what the call is. Holding against the Bobcats.
That's quite uncharacteristic and had to come from the left side of the line. It was a delayed stunt. Again, real good linebacker play out of Briley Shoemaker. You know, he has a presence in there right now. I think he has a couple guys concerned.
So this penalty is going to move the football back to the Blairsville 8, and they'll have a 1st and 20 with 3:34 to play here in the first period. Blairsville leading 6-0. Red Bank Valley likes to adjust their defense. Thompson with the handoff to Robinson, cuts left, has a hole up the sideline for a moment as he crosses the 20-yard line.
You got a big chunk of that back. You know, again, there's nothing wrong with this either. The fact remains that, you know, Blairsville has not had a lot of competition the last couple of weeks. You know, it's not uncommon for high school players to start reading their own headlines. You know, I think it's a plus to have a solid team come in here and play. Put some, you know, again, Blairsville's playing behind the sticks a lot tonight, something they're not accustomed to, something they're going to have to deal with if they want to make any kind of run in the playoffs.
2nd down and 5 now. That run by Dion got it to the 22 of the Bobcats. And before the snap, penalty marker on the play. That'll be a false start against Blairsville. And they haven't made many mistakes this year.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. Not at this point in the season. You know the snap count. There's no reason for that whatsoever, especially these last 2 penalties.
So now it moves it from the 23 back to the 18. 2nd down and 10. Dakota Sunday will bring the play in from the Bobcats sideline.
There's enough senior leadership in that front group there to say, hey, fellas, let's grab a hold of it and start playing football.
Sunday wide to the right. They'll also send out a receiver to the left under center. Senior quarterback Scott Thompson on a 2nd down and 10. With the football, he will hand it off to Dion, cuts it to the right, heads to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, grabbed and brought down, and he might have been short of the 35-yard line, but that's a 1st down.
Without a doubt.
At the end of the play, a penalty?
Yeah, once you're out of bounds 3 or 4 yards, it's kind of ridiculous to throw somebody down in this day and age. Yeah. You know, 20 years ago, you can get away with that, but not anymore.
Let's see, hopefully tacking this yardage on at the end of that run by Dion Robinson. And he's got to be excited about this competition tonight, too, because for the last 2 weeks, he's been done at halftime.
Yeah, I think he had 6 carries last week. That's not a lot of reps. Real important that these guys get a lot of playing time tonight. There's no reason why I think it's going to be any different than that. It's a tough team that had a great opportunity last week to get a win, has a great season going into the playoffs also. A little bit of a bus ride to get here, but I'm glad we're playing them, to tell you the truth, Chuck.
So this 15-yard penalty moves it down to the Red Bank Valley 46 and gives the Bobcats a 1st and 10. A big run and a big penalty. Set it up. Thompson with the snap, turns, hands it to Dion again, and he's hit as he gets maybe a yard. No gain on the play. Pretty good penetration by this defensive unit from the Red Bank Valley Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was Devin Bowser. He's a junior, about 5'11", about 195 pounds. He just kept his edge real well, stayed low. It's a numbers game right there, and Blairsville didn't have enough numbers to get there. They're running it. It looks like a 44 look to bring those outside linebackers up, a Penn State split 6, I like to call it.
2nd and 10. Football remains at the 46 of Red Bank. Thompson looks to throw. Over the middle, right side. Man's open. He's Livingston, and he has the football down to the 15-yard line. A big Bobcat first down. The completion from Thompson to Livingston.
Yeah, he spread 4 wide that time. Had to be linebacker coverage there. Cam had him beat. Unfortunately, he had to wait a little bit for the ball. But you got to give credit to Scott, too. It's wet out there. It's raining. The ball is going to have a certain degree of liquid on it, and he got it to him, but it's a big play, puts it down in about the 15-yard line.
All the talk of how Doherty throws the ball, Scott Thompson wants to show that he can throw it too. 1st and 10 from the Bulldog, 15 for the Bobcats. Scott with the call under center. Scott with a handoff. Thompson cuts it left. Thompson gets to the Dion, I should say, gets to about the 10 and maybe the 9 as Scotty Thompson hands it off to the belly of Dion Robinson. Will wait for the spot.
It's a pickup of 5 yards, Chuck. They ran the zone to the left that time. It's inside zone. He just has to be a little bit more patient because the linebacker flow wasn't just quite where it needed to be, and he cut it back up in, but that gap was wide there. Had a lot of flow and a lot of overflow from the defensive front.
50 seconds left.
There's an official timeout here.
Timeout with 52 seconds left in the quarter. Bobcats will have a 2nd and 5 from the Red Bank Valley 10.
I think a little equipment repair on the Red Bank side. John Garzarelli handles it.
And now Scott will get back under center here. Bobcats trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Dion with a hole to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, down to about the 1.
Not
Didn't
quite.
make it.
Inside zone to the right. Nice job, Bubba Seitz. Nice job, Jacob Smith. Excuse me, Josh Brown. Nice job on that right side, Jalen Ridbaum.
To the 1 is Robinson. But it's a 1st and goal here for the Bobcats. They're knocking at the door, leading 6-0 against Red Bank Valley. So Scott gets under center now. 3 running backs behind him. He'll take the snap, give it to Dion, bounces off a tackler, goes to his left, and he bumps it into the end zone for the Bobcat touchdown. Good blocking up front, good ball running by Mr. Robinson, and the Bobcats now lead it by the score of 9-0, the touchdown, with 26 seconds left in the first period.
It's 12.
Right, it is. What's the 9?
9.
Oh, 12, okay.
26.9.
That's the .9, there we go.
Yeah.
So Dion with the score. And now,
to check this hold.
The extra point, Thompson will hold. It's a high snap.
It's good.
This one is good. So it's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. The Bobcats now lead it 13-0, and we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Cat Country 106.3 and the MSA Sports Network.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
The Bobcats with the lead now, 13-0, and our scoring drive brought to you by Wood Chevrolet in Plumville. Well, after 50 years, come see why a good deal is still a good deal is a wood deal for the Bobcats. 82-yard drive, that's what you like to see. Long drive, use the clock, 6 plays. Dion Robinson taking it from the 1-yard line, Stipchak with the extra point. And the Bobcats lead is now 13-0 with 26 seconds left in this first period. So they did just about everything you could ask on that drive, Coach, and it puts 7 more points on the board.
Well, without a doubt, you know, the penalty certainly helps out. But of course, Blairsville shot themselves in the foot enough times. The penalties of their own, so they probably evened it out in that sense. But again, this game is far from over. There's 3 quarters of football to play. An ankle injury looked like to the starting quarterback, number 27, Austin Schrecken lost. Again, Blairsville lining up the hash kickoff. They're on the left hash, and again, the objective is to get it as deep as they can to the left deep back on that side and try to close this gate on it. The last time they ran a naked reverse, it looked like they might have set a little tunnel in the middle.
Here comes Stipchak for the kick. End over end. And back field at 15. Fake the reverse and keep it to about the 20. Good pursuit. Boy, 1, 2, 3 Bobcats are there to make the tackle back at about the 16-yard line.
You know, it's very difficult to return the ball opposite the left hash because you're running to gain the edge. They had a wall set on this side of the field, but there are people designed to fill the outside of that wall as well as the inside. And a nice high kick, which gives them time to get down there. Great kickoff coverage that time. Got to give a lot of credit to Justin Startari. He really held his edge well, and they weren't going to get any wider than him.
Line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs will be their 19-yard line. It will be 1st and 10. 19 seconds left. Motion man to the left now. Doherty has the short snap. Here's the quick handoff, and there's a stand me up and put me down hit. One-on-one hit by the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was Josh Brown, 230 pounds, about 5'11". Held himself at the line. He had a little bit of a quarterback error that time. He looked to his right for the handoff and had to bring it back to the left.
And that is going to bring to a close our first period of play. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night at the end of 1. Bobcats 13, Red Bank Valley nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on Cat Country 106.3 and the MSA Sports Network.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
We're getting killed on the boards. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson. Hello? Oh, hi, honey. Al? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Love. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
2nd down and 10 for Red Bank Valley. As we begin the second period of play, Bobcats with the lead, 13-0. Let's see, so far for Blairsville, Deion Robinson, 64 yards rushing. In the pistol is Doherty, still directing traffic with 18 seconds left to snap the football. He's in no hurry. Now he gets the snap, wants to throw. Steps up into the pocket, rolls to his right, still has a lot of time, throws back to his left. It's caught, and it's at the 30, across to the 35, and up near the 40-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Again, that's a chancy pass. I don't think that was by design, but by the same token, Rodez Henderson had great pressure on. He looked like a butcher's dog that just got loose in the meat shop. He's got to slow himself down. He's got to get a little bit under control there and then come off of that block. He had a chance for a huge sack, but he was too hungry.
Gain of 20 on the completion. 1st and 10, they put it up to the 39-yard line. Doherty now 1 of 2 passing the football. Play clock down to 7 seconds. And he'll get the snap with 4. Again the pass, left side, again it's complete. Far sideline, out of bounds, across the 45-yard line. So now they're starting to put that passing game going.
Again, you know, he has great command of his offense. He knows exactly where he wants to throw the ball. And looking at that coverage, even though Blairsville's been shifting out of a dummy coverage, a dummy front, in other words, showing one look and then coming back with another look. He's taking his time, utilizing pretty much the full 25-second clock to make that play.
Second down, they'll need a yard for the first down. Doherty with a motion man in front, drops back. Here comes the rush, gets the short pass off at the 45, and it's going to be short of the first down. A big rush by Rodez.
Well, it was a definite screen setup, but the thing I like about it a lot is Jake Smith smelled it out over there. He sat on the line of scrimmage along with Jalen Ridbaum and really closed the deal on that screen. They needed 2. They lost a yard and a half or 2 there, so it's a third down and 4 or 5. Certainly unmakeable, but a nice defensive play by Jake Smith and Jalen Ridbaum.
Twin receivers to the right side, and there's a man wide to the left. On 3rd and 2, Doherty to pass, dumps it off, and it's hit from behind and incomplete. And Cam Livingston is there to deflect that pass and cause some commotion. Incomplete.
Well, again, one thing you have to be, I'm disappointed about is no linebacker gave him a little nudge coming across the middle. But Cam, again, responsible for that, and he's as good an athlete as you're going to get in that secondary down there. Worked against that all week in practice, did a really nice job sealing the deal. He was close to a pick.
Yeah, if that ball's caught, it's close to a first down instead. 4th and 2.
But again, Blairsville has to be conscientious about the distance for first down. They have to stay onside. They're running out of time here, the 10-second clock.
Right. Got to get back. They're down to 3 seconds. They get the snap off. Here's the kick. Pretty good one. High. And Livingston will watch it bounce, and he's going to stay away from him, and he's going to come to rest at about the 11-yard line.
I don't understand that. I mean, like I said, Cam can field a punt unless he's gotten some orders from the sideline that I'm unaware of. But I know right now you got to make the play.
So the Cats will have it.
They lost 5 yards on that roll.
1st and 10 at their 11-yard line.
I think there's any wind down there. Of course, there's a light rain coming down. The flags are still, so there's really no breeze. I guess looking up in that wind might be a deterrent also, but you got to field these punts. They're fortunate the ground is softer.
Cats with a 1st and 10. They have the lead 13-0. 10:22 to play here in the second quarter. Up under center is Scott Thompson. Has the snap, has the handoff to Dion, cuts it outside to the right. Dion to the 15, and then some tippy-toe work, and he's thrown across the 20-yard line. And that's going to be close, maybe a yard short of the first down.
That was definitely an inside zone play that they sealed off very nicely. Too long of a block for the corner, the wide out to make on the corner. He was fortunate to get off. Almost came back onto a push in the back, but a really smart and intelligent play by Ricky Shirley out there that time.
Football is put at the 19. Second down, they'll need a yard for the first down. Double receivers to the left. Dion behind. Thompson is the running back. And here's a Scott Thompson quarterback keep, and that's good enough for a first down.
Absolutely. They caught Red Bank in a blitz that time coming off the left tackle. Rodez Henderson was able to pick that up. Scott just slid inside Jake Smith. Their big pickup about 3 or 4 yards at game 1.
Set it right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And again, ball control, clock management. They've been doing a good job in that first period. Outscored Red Bank 13-0. 9:24 to play till halftime. Senior night here at Memorial Stadium. Thompson gets under center. And he will hand it off to Dion. Breaks tackle and gets across the 30-yard line to about the 31, but he has a lot of interference up front, not only from his blockers, but from that Red Bank Valley defense trying to come in and make the stop.
Yeah, but I'll take 6 yards per carry any time. Again, running behind the guys he loves to run behind. Rodez Henderson, Jake Smith, Tommy Tripodis up there. He had a nice big seam. Got in it quickly. They closed on him, but he was still able to step out of a tackle and pick up 6.
At the 31, second down and 4 for the Cats. Thompson again hands it off to Robinson. There's a hole. There's a first down across the 40. Still on his feet, and they bring him down from behind. But another good run by Dion. He fumbled it, lost it, and Red Bank recovers.
He got a good lick put on him there in the secondary. Unfortunately, I didn't get the number, but He made a cut, made a very nice cut at the line, planned that foot going back across the field. Somebody hit him. Got to take care of the football. Got to tie it up. It's that kind of night, you know. You're going to see that.
So they get it at the Blairsville 42-yard line. 1st and 10 here with 8:33 to play in this first half.
It's about the 3rd time they've been on the short field, too.
So let's see what Doherty does here. And puts his hand up in the air like...
I thought he was offside there.
Something from the bench, maybe?
Nah, they call a lot of plays late.
All right, there he goes. He'll keep it on the ground. They'll swing it to the right across the 40. And a good stick-me hit that time by Dion Robinson.
Yeah, Dion. He shut the door on that one, put the nail right on it. No getting away from that. He's a ferocious tackler. He probably, we felt coming into the season, was the strongest defensive player we had. And since he had that fracture in his left elbow, pretty much kept him out of the defense for 10 weeks.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the Bobcat 40. And now I think the Bobcats
absolutely ridiculous.
Are going to be called for jumping offside.
Yeah, you have a linebacker step up and get his helmet into the neutral zone. There is absolutely no excuse for that. That's just undisciplined football. 10 games into the season, can't happen.
All right. And this will move it 5 yards closer and put it at the Blairsville 34-yard line. 2nd down, they'll need 3 for the 1st down. 8 minutes left till halftime. It remains 13-0 Blairsville. Jake Doherty takes the snap, throws it left, puts it high in the air. The receiver gets loose, catches it at the 15. There's nobody there to the 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Wow, where'd the Blairsville defender go on that play?
Yeah, he got his back turned. They knew the ball was in the air, and I don't think he anticipated the ball being in that position. He was running as the receiver stopped. You know, again, I don't know whether it's an underthrown ball or a throw on the back shoulder by design, but at any rate, it's 6 points. And Blairsville has a football game on their hands right now.
13-6.
Too many mental mistakes, too many penalties. Can't have that. Right now, they don't have enough people on the field.
Wyatt Hetrick in for the extra point attempt. There's the snap. Here's the kick. It's blocked. It's no good. Scott Thompson blocks it.
Block. Nice job.
All right, so that scoring drive covers, let's see, 42 yards. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night with 7:44 and a half. It's now Blairsville 13, Red Bank 6. Back in 60 seconds, Cat Country 106.3.
Ever since I can remember, I have loved theater and I have loved acting. I also have a passion for working with kids with special needs. Indiana University of Pennsylvania helped make both of my dreams come true. I'm Trisha Ray Stahl. I'm a 1998 graduate of IUP and I'm a working actress. I have a recurring role on Fox Television's Glee, and I also work with kids with special needs. IUP, find your success.
Little voice came on the phone and said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. I'm already there. Take a look around. Oh, I'm already there.
Being there. Pass it on.
This scoring drive brought to you by Wood Chevrolet in Plumville, where after 50-plus years, come see why a Wood deal is still a good deal. 34 yards on the touchdown pass from Doherty, 42 yards on the drive in just 2 plays. The point after was blocked by Scott Thompson, 13-6 Bobcats. This second quarter being brought to you by Pinus Construction and Electric. For craftsmanship, experience, and complete customer satisfaction, call Pinus Construction and Electric, 724-459-6098.
It may sound crazy, but be alert for an onside kick.
So Thurston.
Pooch kick, onside kick.
And we'll put the football back up on the tee at the 40-yard line. The first opening kick of the night was run back by Cam Livingston, 85 yards for the touchdown. This kick is going to be a low one. It's going to be fielded off the ground and then fumbled around again and again. And let's see who's got it.
Well, very, very, very fortunate. That ball was kicked around Joe Falk's ankles. Joe has to jump on that football. You know, Cam Livingston come up and bobbled it himself as he was trying to pick it up. You know, again, you know, you're going to kick off to a team that just ran back a kickoff? I don't think so. So you have to be alert for that.
So the Bobcats are going to get the football at the 26-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 with 7:41 to play in this second quarter. It's now 13-6 Bobcats. Thompson under center. Long count. Straight handoff up the middle to Dion. Pushes forward, going to be stopped short of the 30-yard line.
He's close to a face mask there. Again, running that zone, picking up the blitz. They're really gambling a lot with this blitz. That opens up alleys. Sooner or later, you're going to hit one, and there's not going to be anybody there.
Second down, they'll need about 7. Updating our Colonial Dealership's $3 contribution per point to our Teddy Bear Fund Drive. The Bobcats now 347 points on the year, $1,041 from the folks at Colonial Motor Mart and Colonial Toyota. This is a 2nd and 7 now for the Cats from their 29-yard line. 6:58 and counting. Here's the fake. Thompson rolls, has the football, looks. He's going to keep it to the 35. A one-on-one tackle, fumbles it, and then Livingston falls on it at the 39. And that was the quarterback, Jake Doherty, making a one-on-one hit on the Bobcat quarterback, Scott Thompson. Jarred the football loose, but Cam Livingston was Johnny on the spot to recovers it, and it's a Blairsville first down.
And also very fortunate, you know, again, you got to put a little bit of movement on that, break down, you know, get your feet under control. You know, a cut tackle, you should be able to avoid that. He had no intention of wrapping his arms up at all. Very fortunate to get that ball back.
Cats will get it at their 38, 1st and 10. And now Scott comes up the line of scrimmage, gets under the center Tripodis. Has the snap, and as he does it, he gets a penalty.
I think number 63 or 53 was lined up in a neutral zone.
Well, they'll talk about it. And we'll wait for the call. Yes, offside, Red Bank Valley.
Yeah, the right defensive edge player, number 53, he was lined up in the neutral zone.
This will move it to the 44, and as you mentioned, Coach, 10th game of the year. We're seeing a lot of penalties on both sides of the football tonight.
Yeah, it's I can't speak for Red Bank, but it's certainly uncharacteristic of Blairsville. Not real happy with the defensive line jumping offside.
Now the Cats have a 1st and 5 from the 44. Thompson in the pistol. Gives it right off to Dion, and he crosses to the 50. That's a first down. Still on his feet to the 45. Well, let's make it Cam Livingston instead.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yep. It's a quick bend trap. Again, we talked about this a number of times. Cam takes a step to the right. Nathaniel Seitz cuts across, traps on the left side. He bends it right around. What you're trying to do is get your linebackers to float to the right and cut back just opposite their left inside hip. Cam, great pickup, great block. Bubba Seitz.
And Cam takes it to the Red Bank 45, 1st and 10 for the Cats. 5:54 left. Again, ball control. Use the clock and try to come out of the drive with points on the board. Thompson, the handoff to Dion, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and there's a penalty marker from behind. That's an awful high tackle once again, down near the 26-yard line.
It's an awful long way for somebody to throw a flag.
I'm looking at face mask, but I don't know.
No, I think it's something in the offensive line.
There are 2 flags.
You know, usually you see the umpire make that call, but you have a guy coming in from 30 yards out. He must have 20 plus vision.
It's against the Cats. Block in the back.
Again, that's an undisciplined play. There's no room for it this time of the year. Guys got to get themselves together, focus, and play some football. They're very capable of playing this game. They're winning this game. without the extracurricular crap.
This will move it back to the Red Bank 49. And for the Bobcats, it'll be a 1st and 14 call with 5:38 to play in the first half. Blairsville 13, Red Bank Valley 6. Receiver wide right. Backs in the split eye. Thompson under center. Scott with the snap. Penalty marker on the play. Guess when things were moving along pretty well here. A flag fest.
Again, lined up in the neutral zone. I believe it's the defensive edge player once again. He's looking like, who me? But again, he looked over the line up here, but I didn't want to call it till he throws the flag. And I have a pretty good view of it.
All right, so now the penalty against Red Bank Valley. We were at this spot a minute ago, back at the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
He's close to it again. He
Wow.
is real close.
All right, Scott will get under center. Get the snap. Hands it off to Livingston. Hit at the line and drop for no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard.
Yeah, Pat Crawford, he's enough for being offside. He decided to make the play that time. It's an inside option read. Probably should have been a pitch. A pull. It's a quick hitter to Cam, but he closed that gap down in a hurry. Loss of about a yard.
To the 46, 2nd and 11. Sunday and Thompson in from the bench. Otis out over the football. Scott with the count. Scott with the handoff to Dion. Spins, and he'll get a couple of yards across the 45, but it takes 5 white shirts to finally bring Dion down.
Yeah, you had Noah Bowser sitting there waiting for him. 6 feet tall, 245 pounds, unblocked. Again, some kind of mistake, something mysterious going on over there. Or maybe just good football play. I call it good football play.
They're only going to mark it at the 45. They're down in 10. Scott just one pass throw and the completion to Livingston.
Might see number 2 here.
Here we go from the pistol, and he wants to throw. Drops back, dumps it off, caught, and it's going to be no gain. They're going to lose a couple of yards, and then a flag comes in at the end of the play as they wrapped up Dion Robinson after that behind the line of scrimmage catch.
There's a face mask, it looks like.
So this could be a big call. Clock will stop. 3:22 left in the first half. Bobcats 13. Red Bank Valley 6.
Again, very fortunate to get a call there, but you're going to run what I would call, it looks like the perfect screen, and both of your people who peel out to set it up neglect to block the last man on the edge. We're not going to go into who's supposed to block who, but regardless of that, you have to make that collision. You have to make that contact.
This will put the football now at the Red Bank Valley 43-yard line, and it will be 3rd and 7.
There's a lot of room there to run.
3:12 to play in the half. Thompson turns, hands to Dion, hit at the line and dropped. There's no doubt the best inside defense we've seen all season long.
And again, you know, I think after taking such a whipping last week, as far as giving up yards in the ground, these guys that come in here fired up to play. You know, once again, you have Pat Crawford really sealed the deal. You know, Rodez didn't get a hand on him, and he certainly made the play.
Loss of a yard to the 44, 4th and 8. It's a punting situation. Scott Thompson averaging 40 on the year. Will stand at the 41 and wait for the snap from center with 2:41 to play in the first half. Good snap. Gets the kick away. Float to the left sideline. They're going to let it bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 5. So that's exactly where you want to put Red Bank Valley with 2:18 to play in the first half.
It's a great punt. That's about a 44-yard punt. When's the last time you heard the term coffin corner, Chuck?
About 1968.
Yeah. I was only 2.
And we're the same age. 1st and 10 from the 3 for the Bulldogs.
Great guy. He knew where the coffin corner was.
He's the only punter in the Hall of Fame.
How about Gene Mingo?
Yeah. 1st down and 10. Red Bank Valley's Jake Doherty with 2:18 to work with here in the half. He takes a quick snap and he wants to run, hesitates, and then the Bobcats come up and make the stop and the tackle at about the 2. There's some hesitation there.
I don't know whether it was a missed handoff or he was looking for the lead block on it. It looked like it could have been an isolate type play also.
They're actually going to give forward progress
Plus
up
2.
to about the 4 yards, so to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and 9 with 1:50 now. And Doherty will take the snap on the goal line. A quick hitter, it's fumbled. Let's see who's got it at about the 2-yard line. A couple of Bobcats are on top of the ball carrier. I think Red Bank has it.
Down.
Yep, they've got it.
3rd down.
And they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take this quick 30-second timeout. Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night, 13-6 Blairsville, Cat Country 106.3, MSA Sports Network.
We're getting killed on the boards. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson. Hello? Oh, hi, honey. Al? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Love. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Jake Smith, Tommy Tripodis. Right now looking at Josh Brown. Got to be ready for the quarterback draw also.
Doherty will
showing
get the
the
snap
blitz, pulled
in the
out.
end zone. He wants to pass. Looks left. Puts it in the air. Man is there and dropped at the 15-yard line. And he was open.
Wow.
It's amazing how open their receivers get on their plays.
Well, you know, they're a good football team, Chuck, and it's just a high school football, and you're going to have that from time to time. Those are balls that obviously were caught last week again, but who knows what dimension the misty rain has in this, looking up in it, the fact that the ball's probably a little bit wet coming out there. Blairsville caught a break there because that could have been more than just a first down.
4th down and 10 from the 2. So Wyatt has to go back near the end line of the end zone for the
critical
punt.
Snap.
Yep. It's a low snap. He picks it up. He gets a high, short kick away. And Bobcats are going to run away from it at the 30. And it's going to blow dead at about the 33-yard line. So that's where Blairsville gets it with 1:26.
And really, Chuck, this is the first short field that Blairsville's had tonight. Forcing that punt was huge at that time. Getting points right now is even bigger.
The Cats have it.
Plenty of time, with 2 timeouts left.
Let's see if they can put some points on the board. Excellent opportunity here, leading 13-6. Best number we had on Dion was 64 yards rushing. It's been a tough night.
It's not a bad night. That's 64 more than I ever rushed for.
And here comes Thompson, quarterback keep right up the middle, 30, on his feet, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, he's into the end zone, Bobcat touchdown! 32-yard touchdown, quarterback keep for Scott Thompson.
Scott broke 1 tackle. You know, it looked like he didn't want any part of him there, but after that it was all speed and going downhill. Got James Barnhart back there to receive the PAT.
A 32-yard touchdown run. Thompson on the quarterback keep.
Huge play. Huge play. Right before the half, a minute to go. That hurts the spinal column, I'll tell you that right now.
Whew. All right, now the extra point. With a minute 18 left in the half. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's high. It's long. It is good. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. Bobcats lead at 20-6, and we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Cat Country 106.3 and the MSA Sports Network.
Little voice came on the phone and said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind. I'm already there. I'm already there. Take a look around. Oh, I'm already there.
Being there. Pass it on.
Our scoring drive brought to you by Wood Chevrolet in Plumville, where after 50-plus years, come see why a Wood deal is still a good deal. One play, 32 yards on the quarterback keep by Scott Thompson. Stipchak with the extra point. The Bobcats increased their lead to 20-6 with a minute 18 to play in this first half. It's a big, big score for the Bobcats.
You can't even imagine how big that was, especially right before the half. Again, what you don't want is to give up a cheap one here. You have to have a little fire in this kickoff coverage team, which I think Blairsville certainly has. You've got some athletes out there, and that's the way the game has gone. You have to go out and you have to make the stop right now. And Andrew certainly has the capability of putting it down around the 10-yard line, if not deeper. And they're moved up now.
All right, here comes Stipchak. This one's a line drive. A good kick, hits at the 5 and goes into the end zone. Touchback out to the 20-yard line with a minute 18 to play.
You know, I certainly don't know if there's any records kept on that, but he has had a lot of touchbacks this year for a sophomore kicker. You know, the best kind of return from the defensive perspective is no return.
That's exactly what happened on that kick. So Red Bank will take it, 1st and 10 on their 20. Dougherty, quarterback, will bring him out. 4 of 7 I have him passing for a touchdown here tonight.
Blairsville shows a 4-man rush. 2 linebackers stepped up in the A-gaps.
They'll be in the shotgun, standing at the 15-yard line. Here's the snap. Dougherty rolls, throws it to the sideline. Good coverage, intercepted by Deion Robinson. He was right on the inside of the receiver, and he gets the pick with a minute 12 to play in the half. How about that?
Great pressure from Jake Smith, great pressure from Jalen Ridbaum on the inside A-gap blitz. You know, I think he just tried to dump it off, hitting a 9 route, which is really a fly pattern down the sideline. And you have one of your best athletes out there in Deion Robinson, who's been hungry to play defense since game 1. And again, we've held him out for a lot of great reasons. Made a very athletic play. Had a lot of room to run.
Yes, he did. Bobcat
Number 17, Corbin Hornberger held on, stopped him. He could have taken that thing back quite a distance, but a lot of time left and 2 timeouts.
1st and 10 now at the 48 of the Bobcats. Thompson to throw, looks, has time over the middle, open, caught by Livingston for a first down about the 33-yard line.
20-yard pickup.
Reckengoss with the tackle, but not after they get it down to the 32-yard line for a Bobcat first down. A minute 7, the pass from Scott to Cam. Now again from the pistol. Quarterback keep up the middle again. There's a hold to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Bobcats! Another quarterback keep run for a score by Scotty Thompson with 55 seconds left in the first half of play.
Now again, we talked about it earlier, live by the blitz, die by the blitz. Scott hits the quarterback draw to perfection. Nobody left in the middle. Spreads everybody out in the secondary with with the wide formation, and you have a perfect play for the perfect setup.
That drive covers 52 yards. Stip check for the extra point with 55 seconds left in the half. Here's the snap. The kick is blocked. Just a little bit low, and he has the kick blocked on the point after.
Truthfully, I think the snap took too long to get there. It looked like it was handled well, but something certainly not right on that edge. And that guy, number 53, again, after getting called offside too many times, I think Pat Crawford's had about enough. He came to play some football, came off the edge, stuck a hand up, but it seemed like it took forever for the snap to get back that time. And again, you want to call it a wet ball? There's a good possibility it could be, but got to clean that up. You really have to clean that up.
So in the course of 17 seconds, the Bobcats have scored 2 touchdowns, and they now increase their lead to 26-6 with 55 seconds left here in the first half. What a way to close out this first half for the Bobcats after Red Bank Valley had come back to cut the lead to 13-6 with 7:44 left in the period.
Now the big thing is, getting a late turnover like that and still able to convert points. They probably scored that in less than 30 seconds, so that's huge. 26-6, that's a large deficit to overcome. But again, you still got to play that second half, and there's no turning back now.
All right, so Stipchak will tee it up. 55 seconds left
still
in the first
up again.
half.
He still has the possibility of putting this in the end zone.
He has that yellow kicking shoe on, and it's end over end. This one will be fielded at the 20. They fake the reverse. Get some blockers at the 25.
Nice job.
And then he's still on his feet to across the 30. He snuck out of there.
Yeah, he popped out of that pile. I think you had a piece of Cam Livingston on him. Bubba Seitz, Rodez Henderson. Joe Falk finished it off, though. He squirts out. Joe put the 2x4 to him. Nice lick on that one.
So the line of scrimmage will be the 30. Bulldogs will have it. 1st and 10. They now trail the Bobcats 26-6. Closing moments, but boy, we've seen a lot of action here in these closing moments in this first half. Shotgun formation again for Doherty. He's been back there all night. Blockers on each side. Wants to throw left. Keeps the football. Now runs to his left. Still looks. Has it. Flings it to the sideline and completes.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Jake Smith that time got off the edge. Doherty beat him off the edge. Jake again has to keep that route to the outside shoulder. But what you like about what Jake did, instead of trailing him and chasing him from behind, he cut the angle, planted that foot, got down the line. So if he does try to run, I think Jake's going to be there to make the play. Basically threw that one away, saves it down.
All right, 2nd down. Officially, Doherty 4 of 9, a touchdown and interception. 39 seconds in the half. Again the pass, again to the left side. It's in the air, man is there. Oh, it's deflected and almost picked off by the Bobcat secondary. The receiver had the beat. The ball was thrown just a little behind him. Incomplete. Blairsville almost had another INT.
I'll tell you what, you had Dakota Sunday on the coverage going for the ball. Scott Thompson, center fielder on that play, had a clean pick, and I think Dakota knocked it out of his hands. It was certainly there.
And now it's 3rd and 10. You can bet that they're going to put this one in the air too. 33 seconds. And just like that, they keep it on the ground. Across the 45 to about the 47, they go to Curtis Mahoney, the sophomore, but he's well short of the first down, 4th down.
That should be the last play unless Blairsville calls a timeout.
18 seconds. Down to 12. And they're just going to let this one run out. So a good first half here at Memorial Stadium on senior night as the Bobcats attempt to end the season with a perfect record. They're halfway there at this one as the Bobcats have the lead at halftime by the score of 26-6. Stay tuned. Coming up, we will have our halftime report. We'll review our scoring with the score. The Bobcats 26 and Red Bank Valley 6. Back on Cat Country.
I did everything right. I went to college, graduated with honors, but I'm just not getting to where I want to be. I need to get to the next level. What am I missing? Where are these people going? What do they have that I don't? How do I get that edge, that hands-on experience that will put me ahead of the competition? Graduate school at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
On the deep return for the Bulldogs. Nick Wheeler here on the return. Ricky Shirley on the tackle. Bulldog ball, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Jake Doherty at quarterback.
Quarterback Jake Doherty threw for an unbelievable 614 yards and a loss to Clarion last week. And right now he's in the pistol formation for the 1st and 10 at his 12-yard line. Using that clock. He's going to take it, snap, hand off, the ball's on the field. Bobcats have it at the 10. It's fumbled and the Bobcats have it at the 10-yard line. First play from scrimmage in this 3rd quarter. Blairsville gets it back.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Josh Brown comes up with the loose football, but again, I think it was a good disguise stunt in the middle where they roll the linebackers off the edge and bring pressure off the edge. I think out of the corner of his eye, the running back saw that, but at any rate, it puts Blairsville in a super position on the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 on the 11 for Blairsville with a chance to add on to this 26-6 lead here in the opening moments of the 3rd quarter. Scott Thompson will hand it off to Dion, cuts it to the right, cuts it to the left, cuts it inside, and he's in for the touchdown. Dion Thompson, what a run, 11 yards. And just like that, the Bobcats add another 6 points.
Dion Robinson took that thing. It's an outside stretch play, wide to the right, set the blocking edge right there, and just juked and deked 2 or 3 guys going into the end zone. A lot of power, a lot of speed, a lot of want.
Check for the extra point attempt.
Speaking of which, I talked to Andrew at halftime. I'll tell you what he said.
All right. There's the snap. There's the kick, and this one
is good.
Off to the left. Had that funny angle on it. It's no good, but it's an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school sports night, and now the Bobcats have increased their lead to 32-6. And we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Cat Country 106.3, MSA Sports Network.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
Our scoring drive brought to you by Wood Chevrolet in Plumville, where after 50 plus years, come see why a good Wood deal is still a good deal. Red Bank had it for one play. They fumbled it away. The Bobcats get it at the 5. First play, Dion Robinson for 11 yards. The extra point kick was wide. The Cats lead it 32-6.
You know, I talked to Andrew at halftime. He talked about his steps being out of whack a little bit, but you know, he's a sophomore kicker. The thing he has to do now, and we'll relay that down the field, don't press yourself. Take a deep breath. You know, you got to have a short memory, you know, as a kicker. You got to be out there and ready to go each time, as he is right now.
And he has it lined up, and he'll get this one to hit and roll. And Red Bank bounces it at the 15-yard line. They now cut back inside the 15, and a good stop made by, was that Scott Thompson?
That was Scott Thompson.
Yes.
You know, again, just to bobble the ball gives the kickoff team a lot more time to get down the field, and it turns in, you know, basically a ball that's picked up about the 18-yard line ends up being a loss back to about the 15 or 14. Good pursuit, Scott Thompson, good low tackle.
All right, so they started their last drive at the 12. This one will start at the 14, and it's 1st and 10 for Red Bank. They're now behind the 8 ball, 32-6, but a lot of time left here, 11:38 in the third quarter. Doherty, quick hitting handoff across the 15, and then stood up and brought right back down to the ground. And then we're going to have a penalty marker on the play. It looked like it was Tyler Linhart with a good tackle there.
Good open field tackle. I'm interested to see what this call is.
Well, let's see. Personal foul against the Bobcats.
That's interesting.
So that's 15 yards. And a play that was stopped at the line turns into a play that picks up 15
Well, he
yards.
wrapped him up and kind of cement shop dumped him there, you know, a little wrestling move there, but whatever. I mean, this is football. Unless he dumped him on his head, I didn't see that, but, you know, it's part of the play.
All right, it's now at the 30-yard line for Red Bank. Doherty with the snap. Throws left. It's down low, and it's going to be short and incomplete at the 40-yard line. That pass had no height on it at all.
Wet ball. Ball's hard to throw.
So he's now 4 of 11, a touchdown and an interception. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Yeah, these are exactly the type of conditions Blairsville was hoping for tonight. You don't want to give a passer a dry field. 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Pistol for Doherty. All the incomplete passes stop the clock, so it might take a little bit longer. Here we go. Doherty to throw. Left side. Cross pattern. It's caught at the 40-yard line to about the 42 as they sliced it in from the left side.
You know, again, Blairsville has to get pressure, but also you have to disrupt the route of the back cutting across the middle. He hit a nice route, a little dig route that time. The receiver gets upfield about 6 yards, plants that foot, takes a nice sharp angle inside. It's a difficult play to stop, but a linebacker, unless he's in a stunt, has to be in that hook to curl area.
Gain of 13 up to the 43, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Of course, all the passes don't have to be bombs. A lot of short ones can be very effective. Doherty again, this time to the right side. This one's in the air. Good defense by Dion. Tips it away. Incomplete. And Dion already has an interception tonight. And let's see, is he shaken up on the play? He's holding behind his leg. And you don't want to see that if you're a Bobcat fan. Now, while we have the injury timeout, let's remind you that nearly 1 in every 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer over the course of their lifetime. But when detected early, the disease has a high recovery rate. Early detection is the best protection. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge reminds you that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Digital mammography is available at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort in Blairsville. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, and get better. Dion is still down.
Can't see from all the people. It almost like they're working with them with a hamstring, perhaps a could be a cramp. They're stretching that leg back right now. Yeah, great coverage
yes,
there.
Yes, he did. He was right where he needed to be to tip it away. Dion's going to get up now.
Looks to me like it could have been a cramp. I mean, he's about as cut as you can get. And, you know, a lot of athletes like him are very prone to that. And with 32 points on the board, I don't think I'd give him another opportunity perhaps to do it any worse.
And again, this is his first game at defense this season.
Yeah, I don't think that had a whole lot to do with it. He's run the ball well over 100 times. He runs like a greyhound in practice every day, like I've alluded to many times. There's not a carry in practice that he doesn't go for 40 yards.
Second down and 10 at the 43, 10:54 third quarter, 32-6 Bobcats. Doherty now will reset one of his running backs to his right. Receivers wide left and right. Fakes the handoff. Here comes the rush. Rondez has him for the sack. Nobody there. You know, they're going to retire Joe Green's number Sunday down at Heinz Field. That almost looked like 75 coming through there, didn't it?
Well, you can't retire number 60's number because that was mine. and that's why I gave it to him.
All right.
You know, if they do, it would be because of him, not because of me, believe me. But that was a great play. He got himself under control. We talked about that at halftime. You know, he's a great pass rusher. He has great technique. He's only going to get better, too.
That sack back to the 36, 3rd and 17 now for Red Bank Valley. Doherty awaits for the snap. He has it. Looks left, in the air. It's going to be short again and incomplete at the 50-yard line.
Fourth down, punting situation.
So far, the Bobcat defense has been right there with some help from this Bulldog offensive unit tonight. Punting situation, 4th and 17. Football at the Red Bank 36. Cam Livingston back to return.
In punt formation for the Bulldogs.
Hetrick to punt it away. Gets the snap. It's a line drive kick. And Scott Thompson's going to hand it off to Livingston.
The wall's
at
there.
The 40, 50, 45, 40, slips and falls and goes down to the sideline as he crosses the 40-yard line, or he might have taken it to the house. Had one cut to make to the inside, and as he did that, lost his footing right in front of the Bobcat bench.
Yeah, well, number 26 was right there, Wyatt Hetrick, to make the play. And again, a little bit of a missed assignment there, but I think we also had a block in the back downfield. You know, and I know exactly who did it. And we just went over the fact that the face mask is on the front. It's an easy way to tell. Get excited, still. You know, he set it up very nicely. You know, the reverse action itself should actually freeze people to the middle, but they were so close together there that it's unfortunate. But Blairsville has the football. I think you're going to see a good dose of Cam Livingston now.
But the Bobcats do have it. Again, Dion on the sideline. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their 28-yard line. Blairsville with the lead, 32-6, with 9:52 left to play in this third quarter. So Scotty Thompson brings him up to the line of scrimmage now, gets under the center of Tom Tripodis. Has the snap, turns, hands it off to Cam, right side, short yardage for Cam Livingston. Doherty, the quarterback, on the tackle. Second down, they'll need at least 9 for the first down.
And a little bit of help there from Devin Shemp, but he looks like he's shaken up a little bit there too. Limping around, bent over a little bit. Again, I think Blairsville is going to be content to run the football, throw when needed.
Second down and 9 from the 29-yard line. Here's Scott dropping right back to pass. Looks left. Here comes the rush. Gets loose to his right. Puts the ball in the air, and it's going to be short. Incomplete.
That's okay. I mean, there was not a whole lot there. He had a lot of pressure coming from the edge that time. Just dump it. Don't get sacked. Again, right there, he'd have lost about 12 yards. That's a good throwaway. There's nothing wrong with that.
Third down and 9 from the 29. Dion walking and trying to walk it off on the sideline, moving pretty well.
Again, I
lead.
don't think you're going to see Dion play anymore tonight.
No, we're going to have a timeout. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night, 32-6 in favor of the Bobcats. Let's step out for this 30-second timeout on Cat Country 106.3 and on the MSA Sports Network.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Chuck Clark along with Abdatori back here at Memorial Stadium. Bobcats with the lead 32-6. And yes, it is Halloween, Coach, and I like your outfit. You're dressed like a 61-year-old high school football coach. Good job.
Well, listen, I'll be 61 in February, so let's not push it up too quick there.
Third down, 9 needed. 29-yard line will be the line of scrimmage for the Cats. 9:05 left here in the third quarter.
I can still beat you, Chuck, in the
You're right.
5K race.
You're right. Here we go. Thompson with the handoff, and there's a hole off the right side, and that's going to be a first down for Cam Livingston across the 40-yard line. Nice run.
Yeah, he ran the sprint draw to the right that time. He got good edge blocks from Bubba Seitz over there, also Josh Brown. But more importantly, at about the 9-yard mark, when he needed 10 or 11, he broke a tackle. You know, Cam's a solid back and just a solid athlete, but even better than that, he's just a solid person.
Boy, he is so fun to watch. If you haven't seen him play, you need to be here next Friday night for the first round of the district playoffs. 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 44, 8:39 and counting, third quarter. Thompson to hand to Livingston again, breaks a tackle, 45, 50, 45, 40, and then tripped up at about the 35-yard line. Another dazzling run by Cam Livingston. Now he's trying to shake a leg here.
Connor Shoemaker, that was a touchdown-saving tackle right there, and actually Cam almost did a split on the field. You know, again, you can attribute that to the surface itself. You know, it's wet out there. It's pretty slick. You know, just one of those situations. Nice block, Rodez Henderson on the edge. He sprung him. Of course, Cam helped step out of that tackle too, so nice job all the way around.
Dylan Dorenzo will come in. He'll flank wide right. 1st and 10 for the Cats now. The Red Bank 33. 8:11 and counting, third quarter. 32-6 Bobcats. Thompson in the pistol. Thompson gets the snap. The low snap. Picks it up. He'll keep it. 30, 25. Spins down to about the 22-yard line. Some good running tonight.
Without a doubt, Chuck, by design too. It's like it's an isolate play with Cam Livingston leads the block. You know, again, strong performance up front. Rodez Henderson, Jalen Ridbaum, and Jake Smith, Tommy Tripodis. Cam hits the kick out. Scott follows him right up the chute for a nice first down.
Yep, gain of 12 up to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Blairsville. And again, exactly what you wanted to see. Sustained, long, time-consuming drives. That's exactly what the Cats have done tonight. 7:34 left, 1st and 10 from the 21. Thompson. Here comes Sleesman. He's into the game, and he has a hole inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that's Noah Sleesman. You know, really, I'm sure he's not up to the whole playbook. He just joined the program as he moved here from Indiana about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But, you know, this is a great time for him to be inserted in the offense. You know, Cam looks like he has a little bit of a tweak going on there. Dion, a little bit of a tweak going on. And now you have the freshman Noah Sleesman in the game.
And we have Joe Falk standing in the wings as well. 2nd and 3rd from the Red Bank 14-yard line. But this has to be frustrating for the Red Bank coaches because they've not had the football nearly as long as the Cats have had it tonight. 2nd down and 3 from the 14. Thompson, the handoff to Sleesman. Cuts right, cuts left, gets hit, dropped at about the 11, maybe the 10.
That's still a big carry. I mean, he made a nice cut. You know, number 67, that's a lot of linebacker right there. Briley Shoemaker really closed the deal on him, but he brought it very, very close to a first down. It's within inches, a couple chain links.
Just outside the 10.
Now they're going to measure.
At the 11, and they'll bring the sticks from the far side of the field. See how close this one is. 6:18 to play, third quarter. Get the chain untangled. Boy, that's a first down by over the length of the football. So another big run. First and 10 from the 11. They can get the first down at the 1 without scoring the touchdown.
I don't think they're going to try for that. I think we're going to go for the touchdown.
Thompson looks over that offensive line to his left now. It's under center. Has the football. Pitch left. It comes to Sleesman. He cuts it up to the 10. Still on his feet to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Real nice cutback. You know, the defensive edge player, again, I'm saying his name a lot right now. Patrick Crawford had the alley shut down. Noah planted that outside foot like a veteran. You know, a lot of guys tonight, especially inexperienced, many times plant their inside foot and it slides right down underneath them. But he planted that foot, cut back upfield, picked up a nice 4 yard gain.
They'll put it at the Bulldog 7. Second down for the Cats. 5:25 left, third quarter. Scott Thompson's next call is a handoff to Sleesman. Spins again, gets down to about the 6, and I think the ball popped loose maybe at the end, but I think Blairsville has it. They're going to unpile at about the 6 yard line. Livingston's back into the backfield. That's good to see.
You're bound to have these things. This season gets longer every year. You know, you're looking at 3 weeks of summer practice plus everything else. You're looking at a 10th game here right now, going into 11th game next week. Blairsville's been very, very fortunate. You know, certainly want to keep that going, but there's a couple guys out there limping around.
Third down and 5 now from the 6. Here comes Cam. Nobody to touch him. Into the end zone like it was nobody's business. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Yeah, he needed to go out and have a little fuel line check there. About 3 plays out, goes back in, scores a touchdown. Nice job, you know, right over Bubba's sights and Josh Brown. You know, Tommy Tripodis up front. I know he's got a little tweak of a limp going there now, but he's a tough kid. He's going to play through that.
All right. 72-yard drive. And 10 plays. Stipchak for the extra point. There's the snap. Big rush this time.
It's
good. So the kick is good. The Bobcats increase their lead 39-6 here at Memorial Stadium. It's at Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. Back in 60 seconds on Cat Country 106.3 and the MSA Sports Network.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
North Allegheny 14 up to St. Clair 0. Pleasant 7, Shadyside Academy 0. Brentwood 19, the next 7. Clareton 22, Structure Houston 0. Franklin Regional 6, Bell Vernon 0. And Pittsburgh Central Catholic 7, Northern 0.
Chuck look back with Coach John Vittori. 4:29 to play in the third quarter. Bobcats increase their lead to 39-6. Stipchak has it teed up. And this kick is end over end and will be fielded at the 15. And they'll hand it off on the reverse and get to the 20-yard line. And here's another good stop. And I think the ball might have popped loose. Maybe not. But another stand me up, bring me down tackle by the Bobcats at about the 20-yard line.
You know, so much for Cam Livingston taking a few plays off. He just came down and separated.
Wow.
That was absolutely a Blairsville football right there. Joe Falk picks up the fumble.
They got it.
Shortens the field. This score is important here right now because what you really want to see going is that the mercy rule clock, and let's get out of here and get on to the next one.
So it was Joe Falk who recovered the fumble.
Yeah, Cam Livingston is the one who blew it up. So great stick, great shoulder tackle, nose on the ball, chest on chest, and wrapped him up and put him to the surface.
Well, this is quite a performance here tonight by the Bobcats. They have it 1st and 10 at the Red Bank Valley 20-yard line, leading 39-6 with 4:23 to play in the third quarter. I don't think Red Bank expected anything like this. Here comes the handoff, and there's a little slip by Livingston, and then a penalty marker on the play. So it looks like this one might be coming back. And all the times that those second stringers got to play this year, that experience very valuable, and it's paying off in a game like this, where if you have to take out a starter, you can put those guys in, and you don't miss a beat.
Well, you know, the nice thing about having the coaching staff that Blairsville has, everybody's getting coached all the time. There is someone at every level. So if we're running a scout team look against the varsity, you know, those guys are getting reps on the JV side again as a scout team, and they're getting the same coaching that they would be if they were the starters. So I think it pays dividends as the season goes on, and I think Dave Kotzer should put his flag in his pocket.
This penalty moves it back to the 30, 1st and 20. Back to pass, screen pass, behind the line is caught. That's going to be Livingston, spun out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
You know, it's easy to see up here. I thought Jake Smith had a nice seal block on him. Cam took it to the outside. He takes it back to the inside. He's got a lot of room, then break it back to the outside. So you got to give, again, Schreckengost a lot of pat on the back for, you know, stretching that play out, holding his ground, not turning his hips, and forcing it to the sideline. Nice defensive edge play there.
Screen completion picked up 4, 2nd and 16. Now football at the Bulldogs' 26-yard line as we come up to the 4-minute mark to play in this third quarter. Thompson now from the shotgun. Scott gets the snap. Looks to throw, left, man is open, Livingston, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, put another 6 on the board. The easy 26-yard touchdown pass, Thompson to Cam Livingston.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that. You know, it was multiple receivers, 4-receiver package. Again, unless you're in a cover 4, you're going to have to pick up that wing back, which Cam sat in that time with a linebacker, and obviously somebody blew an assignment there. It was an easy pitch and catch. Scott Thompson to Cam Livingston, and we are in the mercy.
Wow, 45-6 in favor of the Bobcats. And this isn't United or Salzburg we're playing.
No, but you know, again, give credit where credit's due. This is a good football team.
Big rush on the point after kick.
And it's good.
And it is good. So, Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night coverage continues, and the Bobcats' lead is now 46-6. Our scoring drive brought to you by Wood Chevrolet in Plumville. After 50 years, stop out and see why a Wood deal is still a good deal. Cam Livingston, 26-yard touchdown pass from Scott Thompson. Let's see here, that drive started at the 20, even though they had those penalties that put it back. And the point after kick makes it a 46-6 Blairsville lead.
And again, you know, a lot of hat off to the offensive line, to Cam Livingston. You want to talk about unselfish. I mean, Cam Livingston would be an absolute star alone on any team. He's a team player. Dion, the same way. You couldn't ask for a better situation. Throw Scott Thompson in there. I don't think those guys care who scores. They just want to get the job done. And I just had an inside talk with the team physician on the sideline. And Dion, although it's uncomfortable, and once back in the game, he's probably not going to see another down tonight. Has cramps in both hamstrings.
Ow.
So he'll get over that, and he should just sit there and watch the game. But he wants to play, I know that. But I know Rick, and you know, he has no chance of getting back on the field tonight.
46-6 Blairsville. Still 4:03 left in this third quarter. And another kickoff for Andrew Stipchak. And he booms this one end over end. Fielded at the 15 again, to the 20, up to the 25, and then boom, another solid hit. Boy, the Bobcats, he's still on his feet at the 30, came in out of that whole pile of players to cross the 30-yard line.
Wow.
Some of these tackles on kickoffs.
But I don't think that's the person who caught the ball. There may have been a fumble, or reminded me of the old Salzburg Rosebud play. Everybody comes together and a different guy comes out with the ball. You know, it could have been a lateral, could have been here, you take it. That's dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Again, Cam Livingston, Johnny on the spot, big play at the right time.
So the Bulldogs get it, 1st and 10 at their 34-yard line.
And this clock should run.
Let's hope so. 46-6, Cats with the lead. Doherty still at quarterback in the shotgun. He will put it into the belly of his running back who crosses the 35 and gets up to the 40 and pushed then forward to about the 42-yard line. Curtis Mahoney.
Yeah, it just shows you the range of Rodez Henderson. Rodez, again, too anxious. You know, he's got to settle himself in the backfield, make the quarterback make that play. He chased him automatically. It became a give, yet he was still, from 10 yards behind the play, able to get downfield and make the tackle.
Mahoney picked up 8, 2nd down and 2, now from the 42 inside 3 minutes of the third quarter. McKinning handoff to the left side to the 45-yard line. And that's a 1st down run for Red Bank Valley.
You know, at this point, I don't think Blairsville is very concerned about how many yards they gain by running the football. They're going to protect against the big long ball. But again, you have to get a little more pressure inside. Going to get that press separation. Josh Brown, J.D. Fazer.
1st and 10 from the 47. Anderson carried the last play. They're going to come back to the right side, and Mahoney, as he tries to get to the 50, I think the Bobcats drug him down from behind just short of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Tom Tripodis did a nice job. Flat down the line, held himself in press separation, you know, hands on the outside edge of his man on the offensive line. Came off his block, wipes across the top of the block, gets down the line flat. Textbook.
The official puts the nose of the ball on the 50, so it's 2nd and 6 with 1:53 to play in this third period. 5 of 13 is what I have Doherty for passing after throwing for 600 last week and 68 times in the game. Here's a fumbled handoff, and they fall on the football, Red Bank Valley does. Boy, that was not pretty.
No, but again, the trap was there. JD's got to get himself under control. He has to get a piece of that guard. He's a 3 technique, which means he's on the outside eye of the guard. He has to get a piece of him to slow down that rush. He was in prime shape to be trapped there.
That fumble will take him back to the 47, where it's going to be 3rd down and 9. When receivers left, Solo to the right. The running back on each side of Doherty, the quarterback. And he'll give it off to Anderson. Wow. Hit once, breaks loose, hit again, and then he's finally dropped for no gain.
Yeah, the initial hit was Jake Smith. He's a little slapping himself on the side of the head right now. He had the good stop there. Again, credit to the running back, kept his legs going, but J.D. Fazer finished him off for about a yard loss, maybe 2-yard loss, forcing the 4th down punt.
4th down and 10. Football at the 47-yard line. 34 and counting here as this third quarter getting ready to come to an end. The Bobcats have built a 46-6 lead.
They're going to have to run a play here. They're going to get a 5-yard penalty or a timeout. They opted for the timeout.
25 seconds left in the third quarter.
25 seconds left here in the third period. Bobcats with the lead at 46-6. And of course, we'll bring you up to date tomorrow morning, our Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner program on AM 1450 WDAD. We'll have scores from tonight from those other games around the district for you and have a little bit better idea I think the seating meeting is Sunday in Altoona.
Yes, it is.
So,
you know, we'll have a pretty good idea tonight after we get some scores. I think, you know, Danny Shirley is our guru of the bracket, so he's probably working on it right now. You know, you want to talk about some unsung heroes, Chuck. Let's talk about Rick's son, Zach Artley. He's in charge of the crew and managers, and Stephen Pistonenzi, he's a graduate assistant manager. We have Ethan Piper, a graduate assistant manager. Michael Parkin, who's been with the program about 5 years now as a manager. Michael Cochran down there. Those guys, James Barnhart, you know, really do a nice job and really help these kids. And I know there's a lot of respect there for them from the players. So,
4th and 10, punting situation here for Red Bank Valley. No rush. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to hit and going to roll just inside at about the 22-yard line. And, Coach, what about these two fellas down to our left? Speaking of unsung heroes.
Well, you have Rex Heasley down there. He's been calling these games for a lot of years. And his right-hand man, Rich Lake, both retired in the elementary field at Blairsville High School. But Rex has been calling the game. Rich has been spotting for him all these years. This is their last regular season game right now, going into the playoffs, and they're going to retire at the end of this season and will be missed.
Well, they're going to have at least one more home game next Friday night. Cats have it 1st and 10 at their 22-yard line. Final play of this 3rd quarter. And they're going to change quarterback. Shirley is in. The handoff across the 20. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd period. We're getting ready to go to the 4th and a possible 10-0 season for the Blairsville Bobcats. At the end of 3, it's Blairsville 46, Red Bank Valley 6. Coming back in 60 seconds on Cat Country 106.3 and the MSA Sports Network.
Ever since I can remember, I have loved theater and I have loved acting. I also have a passion for working with kids with special needs. Indiana University of Pennsylvania helped make both of my dreams come true. I'm Trisha Ray Stahl. I'm a 1998 graduate of IUP, and I'm a working actress. I have a recurring role on Fox Television's Glee, and I also work with kids with special needs. IUP, find your success.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe.
Would it be okay if I sat here? Is she serious? Whatever. New girl.
Words can't bring me down.
Reaching out. Pass it on.
So don't you bring me
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Our 4th quarter brought to you by Blairsville Floor Covering. Top quality floor products right here in your own backyard. The Bobcats with a 2nd and 10 from the 21. Inside handoff. They'll try to break it outside. They do. And there's a run up to about the 30-yard line, as getting loose was Noah Sleesman.
Yeah, Blairsville's made a wholesale change right now. The entire JV unit is in the game.
They're going to put it right at about the 30. Yeah, right on the 30, so that's a pickup of 9 for them. We have seen the JVs play a lot now, 3rd week in a row.
Well, this is great experience for them. There's no doubt about that. Especially this point in the season.
So it's 3rd and 1 at the Bobcat 30. Shirley at quarterback now. And he'll keep it himself and plow forward for a couple of yards. He only needed one for the first. He's got it. 1st down Bobcats.
I think you're seeing pretty much the same wholesale switch out on the Red Bank side too. It looks like a lot of clean jerseys out there. I'm sure the ones that are dirty are underclassmen. So
at the 32 is where they'll mark the football. 1st and 10. So now I would think, Coach, that the preparations and practice this week are pretty much like they've been all season long.
Well, give you time for this play.
All right. From the pistol, Shirley, quick hitter to the left side, and up across the 35, more carries.
Jerry Moore.
J.R. Shoemaker with a stop.
You know, one of the things you have to adjust to is the lack of daylight now.
Yeah.
You know, probably our school district will want to rent generator lights, so as it gets a little darker, they'll be able to do that. But just in case they don't, you have to be very much prepared in a sense of time control and time management.
2nd down and 4. The inside handoff. That's going to be close to a first down and maybe a first down. Now, you don't ever come down here to the field and practice.
Well, there's a possibility of that, you know, depending on the weather and so forth. But right now, I would expect most practices to start at, you know, 10 till 3, 3 o'clock. You know, get warmed up, get into our special teams. You know, you're not going to reinvent the wheel as far as special teams go, but, you know, I do like to work with a little bit of different kick coverage, maybe a different return scheme. But at any rate, you know, you're gonna basically dance with the one that brought you. So I don't see a whole lot of change coming up here.
Sleesman got it to the 43. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Bobcats as we play in the 4th period. Shirley, quarterback keep, going to pick up another first down, and he gets up across the 45-yard line. Of course, you'll be able to get game film on whoever the opponent is for next week.
Well, that's a given. You know, it used to be it was video. Then it was discs with DVDs, and most teams right now employ a computer program. It's called Huddle, and actually, once you know who you're playing, you'll get it instantaneously, as will they of us. Right. Our last 2 games being this and United.
1st and 10 at the 48. Ryan Shirley in the pistol. He'll take the snap. Quick hitting handoff to Moore, who crosses the 50 into Red Bank Bear territory at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, hit a nice trap that time. Chaz Sleesman, you know, connected on a trap block, sealed it up. Great cut inside. I believe that was Jerry Moore.
I think it was,
yeah,
yes.
Right off the cut of the trap block. Noah Sleesman back into the game, along with Ryan Shirley carrying the play in.
Well, when you look back on this season, the Bobcats have taken it one step at a time, done everything they needed to do, had their longest trip of the year the opening week when they traveled to the south side of Pittsburgh and defeated Westinghouse, and from there they just got better every week. Here's another inside handoff. There goes Sleesman at the 40, puts his shoulder down, he's loose at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown in sight. We have another Bobcat score tonight. Holy cow, Noah Sleesman, 47 yards on the score.
Yeah, he broke a solid tackle at about the 35-yard line and just did not stop running. He's a tough kid. Again, keep in mind, he's a freshman. And a little bit of tenacity in there. You get that way from, I think wrestling has a lot to do with that. Going into the game right now, this is a JV unit on a PAT team with Andrew Stipchak trying to tack on the extra point here, but a great run.
And he took a pretty good pop at about the 30-yard line, too.
Yes, he did. He waltzed right through it.
Kept right on moving. High snap, but this kick is high, and this kick is no good. So this point after attempt is no good, but it's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night. It's now 52-6 Blairsville. Back in 60 seconds, Cat Country 106.3.
Little voice came on the phone and said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. I'm already there. Take a look around. Oh, I'm already there.
Being there. Pass it on.
Wow. College already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Good deal. 7 plays, 78 yards. Noah Sleesman, the 47-yard touchdown run. The point after kick was wide, but it's now a 52-6 Bobcat lead. right. Bobcats have changed their kickers, and that's a pretty good boot. And it's fielded at the 20 to the 25, spun around on his feet to the 30. Right side 35 across the 40-yard line. And that's where Red Bank Valley will have the football. 1st and 10 with 7:29 to play in the game.
Yeah, Billy McKee teed that one up. He's a conventional straight-on kicker. Keyshawn Adderley on what I'm going to call a touchdown-saving tackle. You know, very typical of a lot of unpracticed JV units. They bunch into the middle. You know, everybody's going to make the play instead of keeping their lanes, and Keyshawn made a nice open field cut tackle.
Let's see, does Red Bank change their quarterback here? Let's see the number between 2 running backs. No, I don't think so. They're going to keep Doherty in there. Handoff gets to the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Oh, wait, that's number 2. That's not an 8. So they did change. And it's Nick Shoemaker.
I think it's Brock Barrett.
You're right, it is. It's Brock Barrett.
Brock Barrett,
yes.
the quarterback.
And he's a freshman listed here on their roster. 6'1", 170. This run up to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Hey, Jerry Moore came a long way to make that last tackle.
Shotgun for Barrett. Gets the snap. Hands it off. Money, hole over the 50 inside Bobcat territory at the 44, maybe the 43-yard line. He got there awfully quick.
Yeah, again, a lot of over penetration, you know, not following the rules, you know, getting on bodies, settling in, pressing. You know, everybody's trying to make their own play, you know, good defensive fronts. Everybody wants to make the tackle, but you can't do that. You have to do your job first and set up those linebackers, and right now, Blairsville's a little bit out of sync.
1st and 10 for Red Bank at the Bobcat 43 with just over 6 minutes to play in this game. And he gets it again, 40 down to about the 37 of the Bobcats.
So there's a gain there, but that was a little bit better effort. J.D. Fazer stood his man up, was able to come off, get involved with the play. Zach Sleesman, again, took on the block, kept his outside free, rolled back inside, and helped finish a tackle. So it's little fundamental things like that this is a great time to employ them, a great time to practice them, and this is great experience. Right now you're looking at a couple of freshmen in there across the front. As a matter of fact, I think there's 3.
2nd down and 4 from the Blairsville 37. Bulldogs in the shotgun. Hand off Money right side, and there's a one-on-one stop by Moore back at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Jerry has a whole lot of upside. He's just starting to get the handle of this game. He has a body that looks like he's been in the weight room around the clock, but you and I both know he hasn't. So the bottom line is this: when he does decide to do that, and I think that's going to be in the very near future, he is going to be a specimen. There's no doubt about that. He's strong, he's athletic, he has a tremendous amount of upside again. And I don't think he has any real bad fundamentals either. You know, he's really learning the job, learning the game on the job. Not a lot of previous experience there, so we like what we see there.
Lost back to the 42, 3rd down and 9. Penalty marker at the snap.
Yeah, a little bit of early start there. Number 51 pulled out about a second before the ball was snapped.
So the Cats are 4 minutes and 41 seconds from wrapping up a perfect 10-0 regular season. This will move it back against Red Bank, 5 yards.
3rd down, 13 at the
Coach, when preseason summer camp started, were there any goals as far as number of wins that the Bobcats were talking about?
Well, you know, I think your goal was set to win your conference, to get into the playoffs, to win a district title, and it doesn't matter what kind of win-loss record you have. You just want to be able to do that.
Here's a mix-up in the backfield, and Barrett had nobody to hand it off to, and he gets a couple of bear hugs from the Bobcat defensive unit. And
Charlie Small got a sack there. Freshman, you know, again, Charlie Small is another one of those guys that has really embraced what he's been coached to do this year. You know, coming out as a freshman, I had no idea, you know, where he was or where he was going to be, but he has really paid close attention. You know, I expect him to start somewhere next year. He really has to put a lot of work in the offseason, but A lot of upside there too, and you saw it again in Jerry Moore, who's not going to be denied.
4th down and 20 from the 47. Punt formation for Red Bank Valley. The rush is there, but the kick is away. Fair catch called for at the 25-yard line by Sleesman. First down, Bobcats with 3:29 to play in the game.
Nice fair catch call on his part. I'm sure he was instructed to do that. That's a real plus there too. A freshman coming in. I know he's not fielded many punts this year. He did stay out with us several times. We had a jugs machine out and shot him a lot of NFL-sized punts, but he had a struggle with those. But if you can catch those things, you can catch anything. Nice job there, Noah.
Cats have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 3:28 to play. Ryan Shirley at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Falk, who breaks over the 25, about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, good vision on Joe's part. He's carrying it to the right. Plants that foot, takes it back up inside. Nice carry, nice run, nice 4-yard pickup.
To the 29, 2nd and 7. So the Bobcats celebrated a couple weeks ago with a Heritage Conference victory. I imagine there'll be a little bit of celebration tonight after this one. From the pistol formation now for Shirley. Moore with the handoff to the left side. Nowhere to go on that play.
Good stop, good squared up defense, good effective tackle.
And we're down to 2:34 and counting. 3rd down and 6, football at the 29-yard line. And of course, you go into those practices, Coach, knowing that your game Friday night's right here at Memorial Stadium. That has to be a plus.
Well, it certainly is, with a possibility, if you win, of getting another one.
Here's the handoff. Falk cuts back to his left, stays on his feet, and gets up to the 35-yard line. Now, there's no guarantee that it will be Friday, right?
No, it could be Saturday. We could end up 3rd seed. Right now, I think things are being a little bit of a scramble. I don't know what the Homer outcome is yet. Have no idea, and all these things have effect. Marion Center, if a Marion Center win tonight would get us more points. There's so many things to look at, but again, like we talked about all week, the only thing you can do is control what's in front of you. You can't depend on anybody else, and regardless of whether we play Friday night or Saturday night, you're playing next week, and I believe we're going to be home.
Yep. 1:25 to go. 1st and 10 for the Cats at their 34-yard line. It's elementary now. Just run out the clock. They're going to start to take a knee. That's exactly what Shirley does. 1:11 to play. So an impressive victory. What a way to wrap up a perfect 10-0 season for the Bobcats. 52-6. The team that had a quarterback that threw for over 600 yards just the week before.
Well, again, you got to give credit where credit's due. Eric Faust had a real nice scheme of mixing things up in the secondary, but, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a lot more fun to do it when you have athletes who have great skills, and we're fortunate to have some very strong and talented athletes. I think on the other side of the ball, the best thing we could do to defend this team was to have sustained long drives, and certainly Blairsville was able to do that this evening, forcing a couple of turnovers, overcoming some penalties that certainly were unnecessary, but it's a huge win for Blairsville, a 10-win season. And an opportunity to get the first 11-win season in school history.
And there it is. It's over. Congratulations to the Heritage Conference champion Blairsville Bobcats, winding up a perfect 10-0 regular season with an impressive 52-6 victory here at Memorial Stadium over the Red Bank Valley Bulldogs. Stay tuned. Coming up next, it's our post-game show brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. At First Commonwealth Bank, they help make mortgages make sense. Talk to them today. 52-6. Bobcats wrap it up with a victory. We'll be back with a post-game report here on Cat Country 106.3 and on the MSA Sports Network.